This fight that's coming up tonight, I think may be one of the craziest fights that is going to be seen in a while. Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero. This fight is personal. Teofimo, Rolly, both of these guys have something to prove tonight. Teofimo coming off one of the worst performances of his career against Shakur Stevenson. If you remember that, Shakur Stevenson beat him with a jab. I've never seen that in my life, a jab. You know what I'm saying? Where your coach is looking at you like, where's your power? You're going to hate yourself. You're going to regret it. Like, that was a crazy fight. Rolly's coming off one of the biggest wins of his career against Ryan Garcia. Another fight that was shocking to watch. I kind of didn't see Ryan Garcia winning that fight, but this video is about Rolly. So let's talk about Rolly. Rolly came out saying that he didn't feel like he had something was going on with his shoulder, and he still managed to knock down Ryan Garcia with a double hook. If you know boxing, you don't get massages before you fight. You got to keep your muscles tight. You don't want to be too loose. So let's see what happens tonight, right? Somebody's going to stock it up. Somebody's going to lose. Who's going to lose? Who's going to win? Why this fight matters? Let's understand what's actually at stake. Rolly Romero is a WBA welterweight champion. Teofimo's moving up to 147, trying to become a 3-division world champ. That's already a huge storyline, but this isn't about that. This is about who is going to win. These guys know each other. They know their styles. They know they're fighting lacks what they do that just doesn't work. Exactly their weaknesses and their flaws. They know each other, their tendencies. All right, they've been around each other. I like to choose Rolly tonight because I like Rolly's style. I don't know if Teofimo can handle that type of power. Yes, he has the speed, but can he handle the power? We'll talk about that in a second. You can't overlook Rolly just because he's a funny guy and unorthodox style of fighting. Rolly's coming into this fight as a champion. He shot the world beating Ryan. And that victory, I personally think, changed the conversation around him. I personally wanted to see him fight Devin Haney after that. I'm like, I got to see him fight Haney. And that's a whole other topic in itself. If he beats Ryan, does he beat Teofimo? Teofimo's a better boxer than Ryan, but does that matter? When you get hit with that one punch that you don't see coming, that's it. Sometimes that's all you need, right? And that was over a year ago. Rolly hasn't fought since last year in May. That's a long time to be out the ring, and tonight he's going straight into a fight against one of the most talented fighters he's ever faced, hands down. That's the biggest question I have for Rolly. Not his power, not his confidence, not his toughness. Ring rust. Can he immediately get comfortable? Can he deal with Teofimo's speed? Speed kills. And can he be composed throughout the whole fight and not get carried away with the antics? He has 13 knockouts and 17 wins. And you only need one punch to land right there. One punch. Right here. Teofimo, let's talk about Teo. Because this is where things get complicated. Talent, Teofimo has it. Speed, absolutely. Athleticism, absolutely. He's already beating guys like Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. And he's been a world champion in 2 divisions, not 1. But his biggest enemy tonight is not going to be Rolly. It's going to be himself. Can he snap out of his loss? Can he adjust? Sometimes when you lose in boxing, your mind stays in a place where you just start second-guessing things. You don't know who you are. If you look at him, he grew out the beard. He doesn't look like he's 100% back. He might be still depressed. When he's moving, when he's thinking, when he's putting combinations together, he's extremely difficult to deal with, but we've seen Teo have fights where he disappears. And against Shakur, he disappeared. He got outboxed, outclassed by just a jab, right? A pull counter, jab to the body, jab, jab, pull off the center line. He's been hitting him with stuff that was basic fundamentals. So tonight, Teofimo has an opportunity to answer them. Now, I'm choosing Rolly only because Rolly has an unorthodox style, right? I'm just saying that right now, right? We'll get into that in a second. Talking about Teofimo as a 3-division championship. Suddenly Shakur fight, like I said, becomes a setback. Does he bounce back? The stylistic matchup. This is where I think the fight gets really interesting, right? Because they're different. Teofimo is fast, athletic. He wants to control distance and angles. He wants to make you miss and dictate the pace. Rolly, he wants chaos. He's a puncher. He's a brawler. He wants you to close enough just so that he can hit you with some fire. And he wants to make you pay. With each punch, he wants you to feel it. A lot of boxers say that Rolly is probably the hardest hitting puncher ever that they fought, right? Because of Teofimo, can he stay disciplined? Do we know? I don't think so. I don't know. I think once you get hit with that first punch, your whole plan goes out the window. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get hit. Does Teofimo use the jab, move his feet, change angles? Or does he stand right in front of Rolly and just go head to head? Once you catch that first loss, you kind of have nothing to lose. I feel like in boxing, will Rolly and Teofimo stay in the center of the ring? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Like I said, I got Rolly because I think Rolly's going to make Teofimo just uncomfortable in there. And Teofimo's going to have to use his actual experience and his actual boxing IQ, all right? My biggest concern is neither guy can afford to get impatient. Teofimo cannot go hunting for the knockout just because he knows Rolly can be hurt, right? Rolly can't spend 6 rounds waiting for one giant punch. And if he does that, Teofimo's going to make him pay all night long, all right? So what do I think? I think the first 3 to 5 rounds will tell us a lot. I think Rolly comes out super strong. Oh, my goodness. I'll say Teofimo comes out pretty strong in the first 2. Then Rolly picks it up. Boom, boom, boom. Hits him with some power. Teofimo has to adjust. If he can, if he has time to adjust. Because in them 3 to 5 rounds, Rolly might just put him out. So let's see what's going on. Teofimo's feet or Rolly's timing? Who controls the center of the ring? And most importantly, can Rolly cut that ring off? Because if Teofimo stays on that bicycle, I want to see Rolly catch a W. Teofimo, good luck. And that's what I think. So if you guys have an opinion, if you guys have a winner in your mind, leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out.
But hundreds on my dashboard. They wondering why I'm going fast in the fast lane 4. Just don't crash the fast Range Rover. I'm in that fast lane 4. They pulling up on me in the fast lane 4. Now you wondering what I got in factory stores.